Look, top of the list would be anything that relates to the safety of the occupants of the building, be they yourself or your family, or of course perhaps tenants. So any electrical safety issues would be well and truly top of our list. Anything that can result in a danger of electrocution or fire would be very high on our list of things to be wary of. Beyond that, things like illegal building work that has taken place at the property in the past without a permit having been issued, you take on a liability for that as the owner, as the purchaser. Beyond that, we'd be looking at things like cracking, which can obviously affect the structure of the building. We'd be worried about roof leaks, which are often out of sight and out of mind, but can cause a lot of problems. And of course, we'd be worried about termites as well. Look, architecture is always important. You'd expect that coming from an architect, but I'm going to say that the aesthetics are perhaps less important than some of the other practical features of the property, like its sustainability, for example. We've seen a trend through real estate marketing over the last year or three that agents are keen to promote the sustainability components of a property, and I think that's only going to continue. Good planning, good construction, a well-maintained property, all of these things would be integral to what we might speak about as architecture. Aesthetics are in there somewhere, but we'd be more interested in a good quality building that's well designed, well planned, well built and well maintained. Look, it really depends on how much work you might want to do or how much more money you want to spend on this property. If you're looking to develop the property in some way, let's say to renovate it or improve it in some way, then by all means buy the worst in the street and put your money into making it the best in the street. If you're not inclined to do that, then look for something that is, if not the best in the street, then certainly the property that's in the best condition. So it's going to be a good, solid property, well built, well maintained. It's going to hold its value. And perhaps there are some incremental improvements you can make to it over the years, but it doesn't need a lot of extra money spent on it, particularly in terms of repairs. Archicentre is the building advisory service of the Australian Institute of Architects. We do a lot of property inspections every year, thousands and thousands of them, and we recommend them for one simple reason, because in Australia we live in a buyer beware real estate market, so the onus is on the property purchaser to find out what the condition of the property is, and of course to reveal to themselves whether there are any problems with it. The last thing we want to see happen is for people to spend a lot of money on a property only to find out on moving in there might be $20,000, $30,000, $50,000 worth of repair work to be done, some of which might have to be done quite urgently because it represents a health or safety hazard. Price of our property inspections, around the $500 mark for a building inspection, around the $400 mark for a pest inspection, which will of course reveal the presence of termites if they are in the building.